Hello everyone, this is me Govinda Shrestha. Welcome back to our channel Tips Wallet. So I have been teaching you about verb. So I talk about auxiliary verb in detail in previous classes. So today I am going to talk about verb, about action verb, that is main verb. So what is action verb? The action verb that expresses physical or mental action that the subject of clause or sentence is doing or does. That is called main verb. The verb that expresses physical or mental work that the sentence that the subject does in the sentence. Okay, so that is called action verb. Very easy. So that's why, for example, here I go to school. I go to school. Here is go. Yes, go is acting as the main verb, acting as a action verb because it is physical verb. That's why this is called main verb. Similarly, do you eat an apple? Question mark. Do you eat an apple? So here is eat. Eat is main verb or physical verb, and it is functioning or acting as the main verb. That's why it is what? Main verb. Similarly, please call your mom. Please call your mom. Its call is also main verb because it is acting as the main verb or physical verb. Okay, because here is the subject is hiding. Okay, subject is hiding. That's why this is imperative sentence starts with verb 1. So this is called main verb. It is acting as main verb. Similarly, she reads a chapter in her book each night. Here is reads. Reads is also working as or function as main verb because here is subject is working because it is the physical work, physically working, and this is called physical verb or main verb. Here is the next example. Broke. Broke is also main verb because this is also functioning in this sentence as main verb, and this is called main verb or action verb. So now here among these example what I mentioned here, so these all are physical verb or mental, that is mental work. Okay, so this is called main verb. And here is, so what I want to going to say here is that how do you recognize the main verb, how to find out the main verb? This is the main question that you can raise. So how to know, how to understand, how to recognize the main verb? So to recognize the action verb or main verb, there must be nu. There must be nu at the end of the Nepali meaning of a word. So you can find out nu at the end of the Nepali meaning. Okay, whenever you get the Nepali meaning, okay, then there you need to check out is there nu or not. If there is nu at the end of the Nepali meaning, and think that that is action verb or main verb. Now, for example, eat. Okay, eat is whether it is main verb or noun or what is this? Under which word class does it fall? Let's check. It means what? Means khanu. Okay, here is nu at the end of the Nepali meaning. That's why this it is what? Main verb. Similarly, play. Play is also main verb or verb or whatever. Try to find out, try to recognize. Play means what? Let's ask the question. Play means khelnu. Here is khelnu. Nu is here is at the end of the Nepali meaning. That's why this play is action verb or main verb. Right. Find the meaning. What is the meaning of right? Right means leknu. So here is the meaning leknu. At the end of the meaning is there is nu. So that's why this right is also action verb. But if there is no nu at the end of Nepali meaning, these are not verbs because here is pen. Pen means column. Is there nu? No, there is no. So that's why this is not verb. This is noun. Okay. So similarly, house. House means ghar. there is not the nu at the end of the meaning, so that is this house is also not the verb. Okay, this is not the verb. So like this you can easily check out how to recognize the verb, how to know the verb. So by asking the Nepali meaning at the end of the word, you can easily recognize the main verb. Now I'm going to discuss about the kinds of main verb. Okay, there are two kinds of action verb. How many kinds? Two kinds. What are they? They are transitive verb. It means sakarmak kriya in Nepali. Intransitive verb, that is akarmak kriya. Okay, so transitive, intransitive, both they are working. They are also in Nepali. So that's why transitive verb is sakarmak kriya, intransitive verb is akarmak kriya. So they are the two kinds of the main verb. So now what is transitive verb? The verb that requires an object in the sentence is called transitive verb. The verb that requires an object. Okay, there must be the object in the sentence, and only this is called transitive verb. It means object requiring verb is called transitive verb. If there is no object, that is intransitive. Now see here, how to recognize the transitive verb. So whether it is transitive verb or not, how to know, how to recognize? See here, to recognize the transitive verb, there must be the answer of what and whom question. What am, whom question. What means ke, whom means kaslai. So you need to ask the question what and whom question. Only then you could find the transitive verb. Otherwise you cannot find. Now see example here. He eats an apple. He eats an apple. According to this here, what eats or whom eats? What is the answer? Find out whether here is object or not. Try to find out by asking what and whom question. See, he eats an apple. What eats? Answer is an apple. Answer is an apple. That's why this verb is called transitive verb. Okay. So similarly, Ram called Sita. Ram called Sita. So in this sentence, whether there is transitive verb or not, how to find out? Let's see. By asking what or whom question. Anyone. Okay. If there is answer, that is the transitive verb. See, Ram called Sita. So here is called and Sita. Whom called? Subject, verb, object. Whom called? Sita called. To whom called? Sita called. Kaslai? Sita lai. So that's why this is object and this called is transitive verb. Okay. So similarly, you can easily find out the transitive verb by asking what and whom question in Nepali. So that's why this is transitive verb. Now let's go to intransitive verb. So what is intransitive verb? See, the verb that does not require an object in the sentence is called intransitive verb. Here is object requiring, but here is does not require any object. So this is what? Intransitive verb. For example, they jumped. Who is? What jumped? Whom jumped? Nothing. So that's why this is intransitive verb. Similarly, the dog ran. Question asks that there is no object. Okay. So if you ask the what and whom question, if there is no object, then that is intransitive verb. Serious. Intransitive verb. So I have already asked you, I have already told you that, so how to find out, how to recognize the verb. So there must be the nu at the end of the Nepali meaning. So here is ran, means it is the verb to of run. Run means kudnu, lakitnu. Okay, this is run means nu. So that's why this is intransitive verb. So here is no any object. See, now the kite is flying in the sky. Here is the kite is flying in the sky. Here is flying is transitive or intransitive. What flying? Whom flying? Here is not the object. So that's why this is also intransitive verb. So like this, we can make different kinds of transitive and intransitive verb. You can practice in your home, and you can write many things from your exercise book to find out transitive so this transitive verb and intransitive verb is much important, okay, most important in passive voice also. So try to study about this in detail, what is transitive and what is intransitive verb.